Hello, I'm Elizabeth from the County Library's Taylorsville branch, and today we're going to do a science experiment. Now, some quick background for our science experiment. Everything is made up of atoms, and atoms form groups called molecules, and we're going to talk about the water molecule today. Water molecules are made up of 3 atoms, 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen atom, and sometimes it gets called the Mickey Mouse molecule. Can you kind of see why? Water molecules are always moving, and when they're in their liquid state, they have a particular amount of energy, and they kind of move, and there's space in between them. And when they're really, really cold, they kind of don't move as much. They have very little energy, and they move just a little bit. And when they're hot, they have a lot of energy, and there's lots of space in between the molecules, and they're really bouncing around. But molecules are so small that we can't see them just with our eyes. We can only see them with a high-powered microscope. So how do I know, or how can I show that water molecules are moving? And that's what our experiment is going to look at today. You can do this experiment too. You need just a few things. You need vegetable dye. You need 2 jars or glasses that can hold 1.5 cups of cold water and 1.5 cups of hot water. And because we are using hot water, you do need parental permission and parental supervision to do this experiment. And I'm going to turn so you guys can see my jars. I used some pint jars, and there is 1.5 cups of hot water in one of them and 1.5 cups of cold water in one of them. And I'm going to, and you can tell they're moving, the water's really still, and I'm going to put some vegetable dye in them at the same time. Are you guys ready? We're going to do 2 drops. Okay. If you watch this video, you can see that in one jar, the dye is moving around much more slowly than in the other jar. And that's because one of these jars has cold water and one of these jars has hot water. And in the hot water, the molecules are moving much faster. Well, I hope you guys can try this experiment at home. And remember, since we're using hot water, you need parental permission. For more fun experiments, you can visit thecountylibrary.org, thecountylibrary.org, and then click on Research Room, and then Science projects to find more fun science projects to try at home.